First one we have is I struggle with a lot. These are gonna be really tough to pronounce some of these, but adamantine shingles. So this is the one where you get. I can pull it up.
Houses.
The houses,
Houses.
yeah, houses that it's like 100% more health.
200%.
Oh shit, that's actually not bad. Increases house hit points 3 times, hit points for houses 2 times for managed. Yeah, damn. I would probably like this is actually really good for like dealing with like earthquake or like any kind of like implode on your base. I feel like I would have a nice to have. I think this is nice to have. Or what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, this is something. If it's on the way, you might as well pick it up.
Yeah, I would say this is like nice to have. I don't think you really need to grab this, but it's like I would have. Yeah. I would grab this. Anko of Raw. So this is where you get 0.5. What is it? 0.5.
I would
0.05.
Huh? Anko of Raw. I mean, it's a nice to have relic.
Mm-hmm.
I feel it's not
0.05 is like such a small amount though, isn't it? I feel like it's like isn't
it's
it
like having half a villager on it.
I feel like because it's like throughout the whole game you're getting eco. Like any of the eco ones, I feel like are at least nice to have to, if not rush to grab. Would you agree on that?
Not this one.
So nice to have, you'd say, right?
Yeah.
Nice to have. Okay. Anvil of Hephaestus. I think this is an amazing one. This is I think Boy talked about this one a little bit a while back. I think this is like actually really, really good. This is one where you get 50% off on all your armory upgrades.
Armory upgrades?
Yeah, I think that's very, very good. I think it's a rush grab at least, to me.
It's a must grab.
Do you think it's a must grab?
In my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
it's
I agree
not. I don't think I would sacrifice because you don't know how long the game is gonna go. This is something you get value out of the longer the game goes, right?
Yeah.
And it's not a. I would say this is a rush grab, not a must-have. Sorry.
Okay.
I wouldn't put this in S, and that's my opinion.
Yeah, that's what I put at rush grab. That's why I said that first too. But I think it's close. I think it's borderline. But yeah, maybe I'll put this in rush grab and we'll this. I think it's very good.
There are, you can argue, is it immediate value? Is it value as the game goes on?
Mm-hmm.
This is something I would grab, but it's not something I would like sacrifice 30 seconds of harassing my opponent for early on.
Yeah, no, I agree. Okay, next we got. This one I think is also a complete waste of time. What is this? Archimedes Ledger. That's the one where you get -1 pop to all siege.
Yeah, that was the one.
That one's really bad, dude. That's I don't even look at that one half the time. I mean, maybe decent like mega leaking, but like how many siege units are you gonna have realistically? And again,
3.
2, 3. So you get 2 to 3 pop. Right. This is
not in a game. Not even every game. It's not even every game.
You don't even get siege every single game. So this might be the worst relic in the game. Archimedes Ledger. I don't even look at this one. I would put this in waste of time. Waste of time. Yeah. That's waste of time, easily. Okay, up next we got Armor of Achilles. That's plus 5% hack armor, I believe.
What did you say? 25% hack armor?
Plus 5% hack armor.
Oh,
this is pretty good. I like this relic a lot, actually. I think I would probably have this in a nice to have or a rush grab. I think I'd probably put nice to have. I'm not like going out of my way like immediately.
I would say a rush grab.
Oh really? You think so? Rush grab?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
I think Armor of Achilles is not even close to Anvil of Hephaestus though. Like I think this is a lot better.
The reason is this is something that gives you immediate value.
Yeah.
And this gives you a value throughout the rest of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you want to grab it.
Yeah, that's true. I do think Armor of Achilles is pretty good. Would you put it ahead of Anvil of Hephaestus?
Yeah, because it gives you immediate value for the rest of the game.
Yeah, I think I get what you're saying. I do think it is pretty strong, but I like just late game you get such insane value from this relic. Half off.
Yeah, I mean,
crazy good.
That's the thing. Like you have to take each stage of the game into account when ranking tier lists, right?
Yeah. I think I'm fine with that. That's fine. Okay, next we got Arrows of Hercules. I'd probably put that in the same park as.
I don't know what that one is.
That's you get more, I believe, range with your archers. That might even be a must grab. Let me check real quick. It's either damage or range. Increase the attack of ranged soldiers and ranged heroes plus 5%. So it's probably in the same tier as, I would say, Armor of Achilles, right?
Well, increase the attack of ranged soldiers by 5%? Yeah.
Probably.
I would put it ahead. I would put it ahead.
Yeah, slightly ahead, because range, I think, is slightly better in this game. Arrows of the Afar, this is, I believe, increased damage to towers. Let me check.
What? No. This is
increases the range attack of buildings. Yeah, so towers and town centers, fortresses.
Increases the range attack of buildings. Also, it gives you range.
Increases the range attack of buildings plus 20% building attack.
So it's attack. It's not ranged.
Yeah, I'd probably put this also on rush grab.
Maybe no.
It's pretty good for the town center. Plus 20% damage to the town center is pretty crazy.
Yeah, but it's not a rush grab. I wouldn't go out of my way to grab that. I would say nice to have, but like this is why we should categorize it properly, with like each tier being like very, like now it looks like must grab, rush grab, nice to have. Like if we properly formulate the words for them, it'll be so much easier.
I don't know how else to do it though. I think this is the best way. I think people get the gist, man. I would probably put this either at the bottom of rush grab or top of a nice to have, because I do think plus 20% damage to the town center is pretty damn good.
It is.
And your
nice,
fortresses,
yeah.
I think that's like very good actually. I'll put it at top. I'll put it at top to nice to have.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, top of nice to have. Okay, next one we got Black Lotus. I think this is like, I think it's a must grab. No.
No.
Really? No, you don't think?
Rush grab.
Rush grab.
Because this isn't something you're getting value from immediately, right? This has to, you have to hit a stage in the game.
That is.
And
true.
most games, you know, it depends on matchups, map. You know, some games you don't even get to place farms. Some games you're hunting. You know. So it's not. I would put it below Armor of Achilles.
I feel like you're almost classifying it slightly different. Yeah, that's it. I think I understand now your argument of like why this is hard to classify, because I think overall I'd rather, like, if I had to choose which relics I would have between Armor of Achilles and Black Lotus, I would pick Black Lotus. But the thing is, you're saying is that you're getting immediate value.
Achilles.
Really?
Because I can get more. Yeah, because I can. The Black Lotus is something for later on in the game. It won't kick in till later, right?
Yeah, but I think it will help so much later, right? I don't think this is going to change. Armor of Achilles isn't going to help that much.
Oh, it can help. Trust me. It helps a lot. 5% is a lot. I would personally put it below our Arrows of Heracles and Armor of Achilles, behind those two.
I don't mind that. I get your point. Okay, now we got Blanket of Empress Zoe. I'm pretty sure you're minus like 20%. Something. So your buildings are more strong against siege units, I believe. Let me check.
Waste of time.
Buildings are more resistant to siege weapons. Plus 10% armor.
Yeah, waste of time.
I would rather have this than, I would put this in OK to grab. I'm gonna put that in OK to grab. I don't think it's. This is way worse. This is literally getting you like 2 or 3 pop. This gives you plus 10% armor on all buildings.
Nothing will come close to Archmaid's Ledger.
Yeah, so that's fine. This is literally trash. That's okay then. It's literally a tier of its own then. That's fine. Just like Gaia's own S tier alone. This is literally a waste of time, so don't even look at it. Actually, I would say maybe even this one, Sharon's Opal, but maybe that one, I don't know. We'll get to that. Okay, Blue Crystal Shard.
S must grab.
So why is this not in the same tier as Black
Immediate
Lotus?
Value for all your resources.
That is a good point, because you need to make farms with Black Lotus.
Yeah.
It isn't all your resources, just wood and gold, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but it's immediate value, right?
Yeah, no, you're right. No, yeah, no, I get what you're saying. That does make sense. The moment you grab that, your villagers now have a 5% increased gather rate on both wood and gold. That's pretty nuts, actually. Blue Crystal Shard, put in S tier. Bow of Artemis. I think this is must grab.
What is this?
Increase range to ranged units. I think this is ridiculously good. But maybe I'm wrong.
Is it actually? Because I feel like they changed a lot of. Is it actually how much range is it giving?
I'll check Bow of Artemis. I'll make sure it's not range damage. No, wait, no, that's Other's Bow. This is something else. What's Bow of Artemis? Ranged soldiers and ranged myth units are cheaper, 15%.
Ranged soldiers and ranged myth units are cheaper.
I think that's immediate. That's immediate value. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, I still don't think this is S tier worthy. I still think it's top. I would put this at the number 1 of A tier.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that's one hell of a cheap peltist. Fair enough. Okay, Bridle of Pegasus.
This is
the one you really get a free
value. Immediate value. You get like insane value from this single Pegasus, one, and it's super fast.
And you, why is it? What do you mean super? Is there anything different with the Bridle?
This one is faster. I'm pretty sure this one is way faster than the others.
Really? I didn't even know that was a thing. The Pegasus Scout periodically appear at your temple and respawn if killed. It's pretty good, 60-second respawn. Yeah, so you have like an endless scout the whole game. That is pretty good.
And it's immediate, so
you can always park it. Crystal Shard?
No.
Or like right there. Okay. This is the one where you get -5. Is it no -10% infantry train time?
Isn't it 25%? I'm not sure.
Let me check. -25% actually. Yeah. So.
Yeah, this one I would put in, like, it depends. It's S tier for Norse, A tier for everyone else. So I would put it somewhere like in between Armor of Achilles and Black Lotus.
I'm putting it at the bottom.
Actually, no. I would put it at the bottom of
Yeah, I think both these are all these are. I'd rather have.
I
think for
I would
Norse,
actually. I would actually put it on nice to have, but it would go up to top of A tier if you're Norse.
Mm-hmm.
Because now we're filling the A one too much.
Yeah. No, yeah, I like that. Because I do think this is like not as good as these. I'd rather have all of these by a lot.
Congrats on the payday, you lucky bastard. What do you mean, Black Ryan?
Chariot of Cybele.
S tier. There's 2 golden lions.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because you get those lions right away to just kind of fuck with your opponent.
Top of S tier.
Really?
Yeah.
I think you get more value with Blue Crystal Shard.
No, you get way more value from this. Like over time, the Blue Crystal Shard, of course, but
so you have to talk about overall then.
Do you want to talk like this? The thing is, this thing can win you the game immediately. Blue Crystal can't. Blue Crystal gives you a boost throughout the game. That is instant value, but the Golden Lions give you immediate value with immediate ability to close out a game or close out the game or put them so far behind that they can't come into the game.
They do respawn every 60 seconds too, which is pretty good.
The king kill you took from 50 Shades and oh yeah, I forgot. I played boys tournament and killed 3 kings, bro. Did you see that, John?
Yeah, that's pretty sick. Did you win? Is that a win? How does that work?
I killed 3, so I get $40 per kill, right?
Oh damn, really?
Yeah, and one of the kills, bro, I couldn't hold my piss. I had to go pee during the middle of the tournament.
Damn.
I leave. I had trained 2 Scyllas and 2 hammer ships and just put them by my water. I go, I take a piss, I come back, I look at them, and they just killed someone's king while I was AFK.
Funny. But who won the whole thing? It was Tunison, right?
Tunison, yeah. Fucker AFK'd in the middle, got himself a wonder, and then at the end he killed 3 people alone because of the wonder.
You get like $900 for that too, right? I think that's what it is.
No. No, he got I think 200.
Oh, that's hype, bro. Yeah, that's dope. But I think Yeah, so how did he play? He just kind of he went like really defensive and kind of just like did nothing, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what most players want to do. You just don't want to make any enemies, and you just kind of slightly boom.
Bro, I was fighting for my life. I had such a bad spot. I couldn't push out. I couldn't get a trade route. I couldn't get any TCs. I was just in my little hole. So I just put everything on favor and underrolled it and tried to like sneak king kills on everyone.
Look at Red Black Hansen.
Oh no.
120 beans, don't tell pros or they might go, they might go screaming for 2 months. Let me add the chat box. I don't even have it in here.
It's kind of sick that we can share chats though.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, Charon's Obol. I think this is very close to Archimedes' Ledger.
What is it? What does it do?
This is where you get like I think 15% resources back for losing villagers.
Isn't it more?
Let me check. Damn, bro, I'm blind.
Same.
It's not here, bro. Where is it? It's not literally on this page.
It might not actually be there. What? Are we blind?
I'm not blind, right, chat?
Just Google it real quick.
Yeah, no, but I was just wondering if I'm just being special.
I don't think it's in there.
Refunds 50% of their cost upon dying.
Oh shit. Damn, that's pretty good.
The loss of villages in the early game can snowball as the game progresses. The amelioration of the losses by this relic is very minor compared to the lost resource collection. In the late game with a fully developed economy, however, this relic helps significantly to remedy against losses and raids. Obol is the name of the coin placed on the dead for their shades to be able to pay Charon to be ferried across server stinks. It's kind of cool. That's trash, bro, though. I still think that's trash. I would be like, maybe put it okay to grab.
I would put it above Blanket of Emperors.
I'd rather have the crush damage, bro.
Or the crush time won't do shit for you. This will give you value no matter what.
Maybe.
You will lose villagers in a game.
Yeah, maybe. It's still like ideally you don't want to lose villagers, but it's like.
But ideally, you cannot go based off ideal. It's inevitable that you will lose a few villagers in a game if the player you're going up against is somewhat decent.
Yeah, fair enough. But you know what was funny? I was trying to test is if you could convert villagers and you get resources back for converting, because then this would make this S. This would actually be S tier with Norse, especially Loki. Especially when it was free too. No, I tested it and it doesn't. It doesn't.
Oh.
I was trying to find a loophole, bro. That would be a huge loophole. Because the converting, I guess, it's not dying, it's converting, so it's different. Alright, Demeter's Throne. This should be a major god, and I bet it will be a major god. Demeter will be the next major god for the Greeks.
What is Demeter's Throne?
Demeter's Throne is you build, I think, houses faster, and they're cheaper.
You're building buildings.
Demeter's drop sites, ox cards, houses, and manors cost less and are built faster. 50% reduction in time, 25% reduction in cost. I actually think this is a really good relic. What are your thoughts?
Bottom of okay to grab, I guess. It's not.
It gives you immediate value. It gives you immediate value. 25% off. 25% off. By the
time
they're built faster.
By the time you have built this, John, but by the time you've gotten this relic in your temple, you've already made all the storehouses you need. You've already made all the things you need, right?
You probably made the first 2 or 3 houses. And then you haven't made drop sites for many other things. You need granaries, you need drop sites everywhere. I think this is probably actually pretty because it's also build speed. It's build speed.
Wait, I thought it says houses and manors too.
Yeah.
I thought this was drop sites and Oxkosh only.
No.
Houses. Oh. Okay,
and
go back to the
faster.
tier list.
And they're built faster.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. I thought this was completely trash.
I think this is pretty solid.
I'd put it on like
top of nice to have, or
yeah,
I think I put it
on
bottom.
Bottom of like in between Adamantine and Ankh of Ra.
I think I put it ahead of Ankh of Ra, dude. I think I get more value from this. Ankh of Ra.
No, I don't think. I don't think. Favor is just too more valuable.
All right, fine. That's fine.
Like Ankh of Ra, you get pretty much. It's for the rest of the game. You're getting value. At some point, you'll. Okay, actually, it's like it's like both are on the same spot, I guess.
Yeah.
Either one can be ahead.
I mean, building those drop sites 50% faster is pretty crazy, actually, dude. That's pretty good.
It's not really, because mid game when you're building a drop site, you're using 5-6 villagers. It's not gonna make a difference.
I guess. But I don't know. I think
mainly
that'd be pretty
for the
good
houses,
mid to
houses
early.
and manors.
It just makes it also so you never get popped too, bro. Because even good players, they get popped sometimes, man. So like this makes it so like you almost it just smooths out the game for you. They're built so much faster, the houses. All right, let's move on. Dwarven calipers. That's cheaper siege weapons.
Like, yeah, 20% cheaper siege.
Gotta fact check ourselves. Siege weapons are, yeah, 20% cheaper. What are your thoughts on this one?
Siege right now.
You don't even make siege that often. In many games, you don't even make siege.
Top of B tier.
I think I disagree because I'm going off what you were saying early. I would rather have a lot of these other relics before this because I'm getting more immediate value than I am with this.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I'm putting this like, bottom of B tier.
It's top of C tier, I guess. Because by the time you're building siege, like the game is most likely. It's I don't know. It's like either bottom of B or top of C, either or.
I think I'd probably put it in C.
Next one is S. You don't need to look.
Dwarven horseshoe. Yeah, this is dude. I love this. I remember playing a Poseidon mirror, and this relic was on the map, and it just was fucking crazy. By grabbing that relic, I literally feel like it was like an auto win almost. Like he could not.
Yeah.
I could raid him nonstop, but he couldn't do anything to me. It literally was that big of a difference.
The best stat in this game is movement speed.
Yeah. So this thing is crazy. I would probably put this in the top of S. I'd put it ahead of everything.
Yeah, I think so. I really like that.
It also depends. It depends on who you're. Also, it depends on who you're playing. Though, to be fair.
Yeah. So it's probably at the bottom of behind Chariot of Sibylle or whatever.
Because let's say you're playing as Odin, Poseidon, Ra. If you're playing as any of those gods, it's top. It's the top. I'd rather have Chariot Cybele easily. But if you average out all the other gods, I'd probably like right here.
Yeah.
Fair enough, because like across the board, Chariot of Cybele is very good. Across the board, like all these other relics are really good, but this relic's like amazing for like 4 or 5 civs. All right, moving on.
Okay, Black Rhine. I see your mathing. Go on. Good shit, brother. Eye of Horus. This would in Legacy. This was like S+ tier, but now I would put it in like A. Top of A.
I think this is actually not even as good as you think it is. I think it's worse than everything here. I think it's bottom of A because population in this game isn't nearly as much of a factor. Like if you watch top level games, most of the time you're not even popped. Like you're just right. It's way harder in this game to get popped than it is in the previous.
Yeah, I mean, it would be probably next to. It's like has the same pathway as Anvil of Hephaestus.
Like exactly. No, you're completely right because it starts to get value once like the game is a lot later and you're popped.
Yeah.
So like that's around the same time when like the really expensive army upgrades come in. So yeah, I'll put Eye of Horus like right here. Okay, Eye of Ornlu.
I'm thinking Dwarven Horseshoes might have to be stepped down. Because it's insane, yes.
I think it's insane. It's like literally S
like,
plus
it's
tier
on
with
on the correct gods. On the correct gods.
So you have to
it's
take
insane.
that into account. You have to take that into account because I'd rather have.
But it's not instant value.
I mean, it kind of is. If you have any horses, it's instant. Immediately
but
supplied.
you like most of the time, like some civs don't even build any horses at all. Of course, if the game is like if you have a situation where you can build this, yes, it's easily the best. Probably the best relic. Easily.
Well, I will say this though, Lundberg. In a lot of matchups, it's very likely one of the two gods wants this relic. It's likely.
Yeah.
Right. So think.
Always
so you
take
have to
it.
think,
Like
you
this
always
is
take it, right? Because
this is always take. Yeah.
Yeah, because you.
So yeah, I guess
taking it. Not only are you taking it for yourself, you're denying your opponent from having it. Right. So that's the idea.
Yeah.
Let's say you're not as Odin, you're not as Poseidon, but you're playing against Poseidon. You need to grab that shit immediately too, right? Otherwise, you're cooked. True. So I think it's fair with this. Okay, I have Ornlu. Forget what that is. I completely forget. I have no idea. I think it's like a to hack damage.
It's hack damage for Herdman, Spearman, and Catapultus, I think.
Hephaestus, throwing Axeman, and Axeman. This is really good in Norse Wars. This is actually really good in Norse Wars. Throwing Axeman.
Yeah, this is, I would say, S tier.
This is S tier for Norse. I think overall I'd put this. I'd put this in the same as the other ones, man. As Armor of Achilles, Arrows of Hercules, Bow of Artemis.
I mean, it just I mean, like it's bottom of S. Yeah. Well, this would be top of S.
Top of S? You mean top of A?
Top of A. Top of A. I mean, sorry. In between Bow of what was the Bow of Artemis?
I think
in
Bow
between
of Artemis
those
is
two.
at the top. Bow of Artemis was cheaper. What was it? Was it cheaper?
Yeah, cheaper units.
Cheaper ranged units. Cheaper archery or something. Let me check.
All right. Go next.
It's not showing this. I don't think it.
What? You missed it. Oh, Artemis. Must be on the first one. I think it's the first one, no? First page, fourth row, middle.
50%, 15%, or 10% cost less.
Wait, didn't it say 15 in that thing? Go back to the thing. Thought it said 15%. Oh wait, 50% discount on all research except favor. What?
15 was before retold. So wait, so is it 10% retold or 15% retold?
Okay, so if this isn't 15, then it's dropping down.
I don't know if it's 15 or 10 unless they changed it. 10% in retold? Okay.
Okay, so yeah, this drops down then. Then in this case, this would be bottom of them, yeah. But Armor of Achilles is better. I think actually, I think. I mean,
you get immediate value though. You get immediate value from training archers.
Yeah, but yeah.
That kicks in a lot earlier than all these three.
Yeah.
Fetters of Fenrir, you increased villager damage.
Yeah, this one is like waste of time.
Increases villager attack 1.2.
It's like okay to have, I guess.
It's decent actually with if you get if you get survival techniques, and then you also are, let's say even if you're raw specifically, if you're raw and you have Skin of the Rhino plus Letters of Fenrir, because Fetters of Fenrir, this used to be only for killing wild animals. This is giving you an increased base attack. So like for like dealing with
I would rather have the old one back. I like the old one way more.
I'd put this probably...
old one. Have you ever played against Set with the old one?
Oh, you could just one shot everything, right?
Yeah, I've had I think I had a few games, like 1 or 2 games where they had an elephant and I just one shot it.
Yeah. Because, I mean, ideally, I mean, we said not to talk in ideals, but, I mean, you don't want to be fighting with villagers in this game, if possible, especially because they're a lot weaker. So I think I'll put it right here, right?
I would put it at the bottom. It's like, I would probably put a waste of time.
I don't know if I can agree. I think the attack is kind of good, 1.2 times more attack. dealing like with like raiding cav, like 2-3 raiding cav, it helps. I think I put it top of this. I'm overruling you. I'd rather have this than Charon Zobel or any of these other ones.
I would rather have Charon Zobel.
No shot, bro. You'd save your villagers by having this. So this is like.
It's probably the same. I would put Charon Zobel before Dwarven Calipers though.
That's close. Because with raw,
like that.
With raw though, you could like shit out so many siege towers with this and like catapults. I feel like that's actually pretty good. And like ISIS, if you're doing
right now, siege isn't really the like thing.
Yeah, I still think I'd rather have this over the Charon Zobel. But what's this one? Gambitine. Oh, there's Odin's Wand. This is just cheaper temple improvements.
Yeah,
it's like okay. There's not that many. It's not that many upgrades you get in a temple. So like I'd probably put this in like bottom.
Nice to have. Probably top of B tier. Depending on what god you are, most gods will get an upgrade from the temple at the very least. Sooner or later, so...
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I'm fine with that. Okay, Gerda Volpolta, that's increased something.
That's 10%. I think it's the first page.
Ranged soldiers have more hit points, 10% more hit points.
That's must grab. Is it must grab?
It's in the same boat. It's in the same boat.
It's probably top because it's
the same boat of like all these other ones.
Because you will always build archers or ranged units in a game, almost always.
Yeah, I'm gonna just tank a little bit longer, so Garvolta is really good. Gungnir Odin Spear, this is plus 5%. I'd probably put this right next to.
Oh, this is the one. Yeah, plus 5 to catapultas. This is the one I confused with Eye of Ornlu.
I'd put this like right next to like Armor of Achilles. It's kind of the same. Same idea.
I would put Armor of Achilles ahead though. I would.
Why so?
I think Armor of Achilles is way better than all of them. Both Arrow of Heracles too, because this is something. Wait. Infantry, you will most likely build infantry, some form of infantry throughout the game. And I feel like this relic is just
this is just specifically only to counter infantry. Or counter cavalry, I mean.
Counter cav, yeah.
Versus infantry, it's for all infantry, so it's a lot more encompassing of units. No, you're right, actually. Increases the hack armor of all infantry. Yeah, so you're right. So Armor of Achilles would be definitely higher. And I'd probably put this like right here, maybe. Because you specifically have to make... Yeah. Harmonia's Necklace, I think this is a must-grab.
Oh, yeah.
Plus 10%.
Top of...
I'd probably put this like...
It's either first or second.
Yeah, I mean, you can argue which one's better, Blue Crystal Shard or Harmonia's Necklace.
I would say it's like... it's basically equal. It depends on what civ you are.
If you're playing Egyptian, Harmonia's Necklace is way better.
Yeah, if you're playing Egyptian, Harmonia's Necklace is just too good. Same with Norse.
Probably, I think like this, maybe. I feel like I'd rather actually have Harmonia's.
I would rather have Harmonia's, yeah.
I think I'd rather slightly have Harmonia's. Okay, Head of Orpheus, I forget what this is.
Building line of sight. Plus 8 building line of sight.
Oh yeah. It's pretty mediocre, I mean... It's kind of nice with like towers and shit. I've never really grabbed this, so I wonder like how big of a difference that actually is.
I grab it almost every game.
It does give you information right away.
It's something you should grab. It's like I would put it at the bottom of A tier or top of B tier.
Yeah, I think right here. Would you rather have it over Odin's Wand?
Yeah, much rather. Way more.
Line of sight is so hard to realize when you're benefiting from it. That's a good point. Like, you never really think about it. It's just, like, kind of there, but it's really important. Hecate's Torches. This is actually, I think, a really underrated relic. I like this relic a lot. This is, what is it? Minus 15% cost for reused god powers and speed. It's pretty disgusting, actually, for many, like...
Minus 15?
Or minus 10%. So it's god powers recharge faster and cost less favor to recast. Hecate's Torches. It's not immediate technically until you use your god power once. So it's probably somewhere like A tier.
I would put it like.
I'd way rather have this than Head of Orpheus. That's what I will say. I'd
probably no after Head of Orpheus probably.
I'm overruling you. Have you seen how good this shit is?
Because
you already complain about Athena being really like too spammable. Imagine with this.
Yeah, but this is too god. This is too god dependent, right?
But every god has some kind of god power where it's really nice to spam. Like imagine Raw with this.
Yeah, you
can spam Rain.
You can't spam. You can't spam Freyr. You can't spam what's it called, Loki. Like
flaming weapons.
There's some god. It just depends on the god, you know. Head of Orpheus gives you value. Head of Orpheus gives you value no matter what god you are.
I mean, so does this, though, man. There's going to be situations where you can reuse god powers for basically every single god in the game. I'd say like 90% of them.
Yeah, but Head of Orpheus gives you immediate value as opposed to that one. But it's up to you.
It does give you immediate value, but I don't think it's that much immediate value. That's where I feel like in this is a unique situation where like I think this is so good long term that it overrides something.
Oh, Head of Orpheus is good throughout the entire game, though. That's the thing. Line of sight is key. That's why Loki got nerfed. It's like. True. It's so insanely good. People just don't understand how good it is.
I'll put it top of B tier. That's my final offer. Okay, moving on. Hermes wing sandals.
Final offer.
Hermes wing sandals. Doesn't this improves hero speed? I think this is really good. This is a must grab, bro.
It's like it is really good, but I would put it at top of.
I'm putting it bottom of this. Nah, I'm putting bottom mess. I think this is a must grab, especially if you're going against like Loki or like someone like imagine like Loki with all things. That shit's disgusting.
It's not something like bad by any means, but I would much rather have Harmonious Necklace, Blue Crystal Shard, Chariot of Cybele, any other relic than that one there. And that is tier.
Well, that's why I'm putting it there, but I'd way rather have Hermes Wing Sandals than I think Girdle of Apolta. Actually, that's kind of close. Actually,
nah. Actually, no. I would rather have Girdle of Hippolyta over that one.
I think it depends, though, man. Like, if I'm going against Loki, that's just gonna be so frustrating. I need to take that from him. And if you're a Greek, it's so painful to deal with like how few heroes you have. You need something to kind of buff the speed.
Like,
I'll put it right here.
It's alright. Yeah, I mean that's a good spot.
It's kind of tough to decide especially because right now we're in the current meta. There's myth unit spam everywhere, so I think you need like something like this to help with that. But whatever, it's fine. Okay,
the thing is, you're only getting value for a small amount of units, whereas archers, you know, the thing right now is archers are the shit, right? You just get a massive ball of archers out, and the Girdle of Hippolyta will always you'll have 10% more hit points than 60 units.
Yeah, that's true. But those units are so important, though. They're like,
Yeah, of course. But it's not as game deciding as the 10% hit points on all your archers.
Hermes is a meta defining relic.
There are cases where that is better. It just depends on the matchup map. Yeah. But generally, anything ranged, you're always going to build something ranged in a match, right? Whereas there's a chance where, you know, faster heroes won't do that much for you.
I think I agree with you. Okay, next one is a typo. It's Hestia's Earth, not Hestia's Heart. I believe I'm almost like 99% sure on that. It's I think it's like villagers are cheaper, I believe.
No, villagers train 5% faster.
Yeah, you're right. Hestia's Hearth, villagers train 5% faster, so it's 1 second less. It's actually, I think, better with the Atlantean, right? Because it's like I think it's like 2 or 3 seconds.
I actually don't have an opinion on this, right? Like, because I don't really know. I never really prioritize it or pick it up.
I think it's actually quite underrated because it does give you value right away.
I would definitely not put it over Head of Orpheus.
The reason why I do think it's really good though is imagine if you go 2 town centers with it, right? Like you're getting value from it every single 15 seconds. You're getting villager 14 seconds every single time.
Yeah, I guess, and yeah, it does. I suppose it does do good.
It gets you over 1,000 res by 65 villagers. That's actually kind of crazy because you do have to think about every single time a villager's trained, that villager now is getting resources 1 second earlier than your opponent is. Imagine that on 2 town centers or even 3 town centers.
Yeah, I still think I would rather have the head of Orpheus, to be honest. 1 second faster.
But I feel like that adds up though, man. That's a lot of res, but maybe I think I get your point. I'll put it behind.
Like, in this game, it's like and in this game I feel like vision is key, scouting is key, and information is key, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this gives you all of that. And it's a lot of value, and you get it instantly.
Fair enough.
Early game is more. It's very important early game as well, because then you don't get raided, you know.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Cathrola with Paulo is faster vill speed. 10% faster vill speed.
I think that's.
It's pretty good, man.
It's like bottom of like after Armor of Achilles, I guess.
Plus 10% movement speed is like really good too with Atlantean.
It's only for villagers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good relic, but it's not like better than the Armor of Achilles or Bow of Artemis. Actually, it might be better than Bow of Artemis, but not better than Armor of Achilles.
I don't know. I think I'd rather have Black Lotus and Envoy of Hephaestus.
No? I mean, I would put that more ahead. I would put that behind Armor of Achilles.
That is true because it's like immediate value too. It kicks in right away.
Yeah.
Black Lotus and Envoy of Hephaestus kick in later. Yeah, so let's just put it there.
We're valuing line of sight to not get raided and not vill speed, huh? Yeah, but look at how we valued them. Head of Orpheus is way down there compared.
Yeah.
I still think Head of Orpheus should be in top of B tier, but that's just me.
Yeah,
I don't think he counts torches.
Okay, I think you might have convinced me after I saw that, but I think you're undervaluing how good this is, Lund, with many gods.
I think gods have their time and place for that, but Head of Orpheus, everything benefits from it.
The only reason why I'm putting it ahead is because like going off the rule of thumb that like you get value from this quicker than you do Hecate's torches.
Yeah.
But I think this is like disgustingly good later. Multiple plenty vaults placed faster, like all this random shit, right? But like this is all like late game stuff, but still.
Like yeah, I mean everything late game gets value. Even Charon's Obel can get late game value.
No, but this is like disgusting late game value. cheaper thing.
It just depends on what god you're playing at the end of the day.
Alright, whatever. Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
What's the next one?
Nose of the Sphinx, I think it's plus 10%.
Oh,
building.
That's like must grab. That's 15%. I love that relic.
This helps so much against like earthquake and like tornado, all this destructive shit.
So good.
This is basically like a blanket of Emperor Zoe if it was actually good.
It's well, Nose of the Sphinx is what's it called?
Plus 15% building HP. That's pretty disgusting, actually.
Yeah, it's so much better than the Zoe one. Zoe's basically we have at home version of this.
Yeah, basically. I'd put that.
I wouldn't put it. I would put it at
really good, Lon.
It's really good, but remember, building health doesn't matter as much early on. This scales very well. Like you have to see it an immediate value versus scaling. This is like scaling, like Black Lotus, Anvil of Hephaestus. I would put this ahead of Bow of Artemis, or no, above Gungnir Odin's Spear, but not Bow of Artemis. Because it gives you good value, but it doesn't give you a significant amount of value. Even
early,
I think, I think I would even drop it one down further.
Because these are kind of all categorized in the same a little bit.
Yeah, I think I would put it even further down, to be honest. Because this is more situational than a Black Lotus and Anvil of Hephaestus. Because this has to depend on your opponent attacking you. Whereas Lotus, eventually you will get onto farms, and eventually you will get your armory upgrades, and eventually you will need pop, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Those are guarantees, whereas Nose of the Sphinx isn't really that as big of a guarantee as the game goes on.
This next one's actually really interesting.
Hard.
Osberg wagon. So this is this relic
used to be S+.
this used to be exactly I was about to say. This used to be S+ tier because a lot of games at least the meta in Legacy was a lot more defensive, and the games would go a lot longer. In this game, you rarely even get to trade. Trade is like kind of like 1 in 10 game almost.
Yeah.
So caravans are cheaper, move faster, 10% movement speed, 25% reduction in cost. I think it's still pretty like good if you can get to that late game, but the problem is it's like most games don't even get to that. So I don't even know if
it's a scaling one.
Yeah, but I think it's a way worth like the value takes even
it's nice to have. Nice to have. I think nice to have. Under Head of Orpheus probably.
I'd rather have Hecate's torches.
But Osberg wagon will kick in before Hecate's torches on most gods. If you ever get to that stage, you have to understand Hecate's torches is based off of God.
There's so many god, dude. There's no that's not true at all. I've had this relic where like I'm playing as like Norse, for example, and I can get a second flaming weapons for so much cheaper, and that being able to get that second flaming weapons faster and cheaper was huge, and that kicks in way before I ever even got close to trade. There's like 4 or 5 gold mines left.
Depends on the map.
This rarely gives you value because you don't even get trade most games. Again, the argument would be basically which happens more? Do you get trade more, or do you use your second god power more, or do you reuse god power
trade more? Because if you have to understand, there's a time and place where wasting your favor on god powers is just gonna lose you the game instead of upgrades. I prioritize upgrades more than reusing the god powers, unless it's
it depends on the god power. Yeah, exactly. Imagine Dwarven Mine with this Lund.
Yeah, I mean, it's really strong depending on the god. That's what I'm saying. It's really good for Ranos. Ranos would like love this.
Yeah, all Atlantean I think would love this.
Yeah.
And then even Zeus. Like I think a lot of gods like this. I'm putting this ahead of Osberg wagon personally.
Sure. It's not a biggie.
Yeah, it's not a huge picture. Okay, Pandora's box.
It's a cheaper 25% myth units price.
20% favor reduction. Pretty good.
This is pretty damn good. This is something I would probably put at the bottom of A tier, or top of B tier, like behind Head of Orpheus. Probably, actually, now that I think of it, it's like I prioritize upgrades more than myth units.
This is close.
It's probably above Head of Orpheus, to be honest.
It's pretty close. Myth units are so good in this game right now that you utilize them so much. This is going to give you so much value. Paul Vargas.
This is Rush Grab. It's probably ahead of. It's +6 line of sight to your units. I already know what this is.
Okay.
I'm a genius like that.
It's funny because I don't prioritize all these, like the line of sight ones.
I would put it ahead of Bow of Artemis, or I would put it ahead of Kitara of Apollo.
Okay.
Because this gives you immediate value in early game, which you can use to see what your opponent is doing as you're running around his base.
Yeah. That's true. Okay, Ptah's Scepter, cheaper farms. I think it's 25% cheaper farms.
Yeah, bottom of, like, top of.
It's like you're getting what's it called, the relic for Raw. Or not relic for Raw, the upgrade for Raw.
That's 50%. That's 50%.
Oh yeah, fair enough. I think this is a good upgrade still, man.
It's still good, but it's not something you are going to prioritize as much as the others.
Walmart Shadoof.
Yeah, Shadoof
and it's like how many farms do you make in a game? Like let's say 30. So like,
yeah,
how much wood are you actually getting? The thing that does though, it just makes the farm transition just a lot smoother.
Like more or less 1,751k. I would put it at like below Head of Orpheus probably.
I think I put it before or under all these. I think I put it right here. Ahead of
you know, I would put it ahead of Osberg Wagon because you get value earlier from Osberg.
And more games, yeah, you get. I think I put it right here actually.
But the Osberg Wagon scales better.
No, I think I'd actually put Hestia Earth. By the way, I said in front of Osberg Wagon. I don't like how high that was. It's just because most games, if trade was better and trade happened more, I'd put this a lot higher. But it's just because of how rare trade is. It's just not very good. I mean, in a game where you grab this relic, you could play into it more. That's a fair point though. Like let's say you get this relic, it's like okay, I want to play into that more, I guess. But I don't know if that's worth it.
It's too expensive.
Yeah.
I tried that once. This guy, I placed lush all over watering hole, and I made an early trade route. Didn't work.
It's just because trade is so expensive, bro. It's so funny that you and Soup didn't even know it cost wood.
That's so funny. Would they change something like that, man?
This is S plus. This will save you villagers throughout the whole game. Pygmalion statue, 40% more HP.
This is probably
amazing.
ahead. This is ahead of Bridal of Pegasus.
I think this might be the best relic in the game.
No.
Because think about it, you're saving villagers throughout the whole game. A villager that could have died, a villager that should have died did not die, and so the rest of the game it's giving you more value.
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's a really good relic, but it's not helping you win the game as oppressively as the other relics, right? Like, it's not getting you ahead, it's just nullifying the threat of you getting raided, or you're still gonna get raided, but it's minimizing the losses. It's not really pulling you ahead. Do you know what I mean? Harmonious pulling you ahead.
Let's say you're both raiding each other, right? He's going to be getting way more losses than you are. And so therefore I think this is in fact pulling you ahead because your opponent now knows he can't deal as much damage. Like when I see my opponent get this relic, it's so demoralizing. It's like, damn, like
yeah,
I can't really
it is
anymore.
difficult. It is a sad relic to see, but I don't think it's better than any of the other ones above it.
Even Bridal of Pegasus? I think I put it ahead of Bridal of Pegasus.
Yeah, I would put it ahead of Bridal of Pegasus, but not the others.
Fair enough.
This is like based on if your opponent raids you or whatever.
Okay, Reyes Crown, you get like I think 0.01 favor per town center. This is really like but you get less town center though too.
You get cheaper
town center, but it's like 15 wood though, man. 10% reduction of each.
I think it's like 35, so you get save 70 resources
on like a town center. How many town centers do you build a game? 1 or 2, so you save 140 res. But you do get a town center up a little bit cheaper, I guess, if you get
doesn't this let you age up cheaper too?
No, that's Titan's Treasure. This is a pretty mediocre relic. 0.01 favor is like nothing. That's like nothing, bro. That's a fifth of what the.
I mean, I would put this I would put this in nice to have. It doesn't hurt. Does not hurt.
I'd put it probably like around like Hestu's Earth. I'd put it even behind Hestu's Earth. Kind of like this.
Yeah, that's fine.
Ring of the. This is basically like half a villager. Ring of the Nibelung.
Nice to have. This is not a rush grab, bro.
Yeah, this isn't a rush grab. I was just thinking. I'd probably put this like. I mean, you're getting like a little gold the whole game, but it's basically a fourth of Vault of Erebus. It's like next to nothing.
Yeah, I just put it behind Rio's Osberg Wagon. Put it behind Osberg Wagon. I would put it all the way down, actually. I don't think it's that good. I would put it okay to grab, to be honest. Nah, this is not a B tier relic. Too minimal.
I mean, it's like you just got a half a villager on your opponent. That's not nothing. So if you grab it right away, I don't think it's that bad.
A half a villager will never win you the game.
Of course it's not, but neither like all these relics up here.
Oh yeah, some of these games are these relics. Some of them can actually be game winning. Trust me.
I guess you're actually kind of right. Some of these relics do have the potential in some games to be game winning. This never has the potential to be game winning.
Yeah.
That's a fair point. Because I do think Absorb Wagon and like some of these other relics might win you the game in some unique situations.
Yeah, never this one.
Scales of Catabalus. I can't pronounce that.
I think this is like 15% Pierce armor on myth units or something.
Yeah.
Scales of Catabalus. I can't see it. Why couldn't they just do it alphabetically, man?
Yeah. I don't know if it's on here. They're missing like a lot of relics on here. This game has so many relics. I will say that's really cool. I like how many relics there are. It's fun.
Okay, yeah, I mean, just I'm pretty sure it's 15% pierce armor to your myth units.
Your scales of make myth units more resistant to pierce damage. It's pretty mediocre. I don't think it's very good at all. You're usually trying not to target down myth units with archers. That's ideal.
I
put a nice stat.
Okay.
Like
bottom of C tier, I would guess. Actually, I don't know. Like this bottom of C tier, waste of time. I would never go out of my way to get this.
Yeah.
I'll only grab it
if you have centaurs.
If my hero is walking over it.
Mm-hmm. I think this thing is pretty worthless. I'll put it in bottom of C. That's fine.
I'll put it ahead of top of D tier.
This tier, this thing is on its own, bro. I think it's that bad.
What'd you say?
I think I'd rather put this on its own. I think this is alone still.
I think the other one is just as bad, to be honest with you.
Well, with centaurs, it's actually kind of good though.
Yeah,
it's decent. Like you're taking town center fire a lot of times, or tower fire. With centaur.
Only if you suck with your centaurs.
You're gonna hit the. You're gonna get
Scales of Echidna is 15% cheaper myth units because I checked.
That's pretty good.
I already checked.
That's like, especially for spamming myth units. I think this is very good.
Yeah, I think this is like.
This is a rush grab.
Above Pelt of Argus, I guess.
I don't know. Is it that good? I mean, some myth units are very expensive, so 15% of an expensive unit's pretty damn good.
I mean, it's also cheap unit. Remember, if you spam centaurs, this helps.
Yeah. Shiver fingernails, same boat as Ring of the Nibelung, about the same probably. I think gold is a little bit. It's more valuable than gold. Shinshima Bass is cheaper villagers.
Yeah, but how many percent?
It's 5%.
If you spam automatons, yeah, true. I'll be right back.
Alright. Minus 15%. Skulls of the Cercopes. What's this one? Isn't this the monkey one? Where'd I put the last relic? The one where you get cheaper villagers? System of Bass, cheaper villagers, Don. What's your thoughts?
What's the percentage?
10%? Or no, 15%?
15?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to S tier, I think.
Really?
It's like probably top of A tier. Actually,
Nah,
probably
dude.
S tier.
I don't know if I agree with that. How much resources
I
is that
think
technically? Like, let's think about this.
15%.
15% of
It's
50 food, let's say, for example, right?
you have to think of it this way. Early game, you can squeeze in for every 3 villagers an extra hoplite.
I do think for Atlantean this is kind of nuts too. So you're getting 7.5 food more every 15 seconds. Right, because each villager you save 7 point. Is that correct math? I don't know how it rounds it out.
Wait, hold on. Never mind. My math was not mathing. This is, I thought it was better, but it's actually not.
Why do you
This
think
is something. I thought it was 30%.
No.
Let's not think about it. Let's not talk about it.
But minus 15% is pretty good, man. Minus 15%, I think is pretty good, especially for Atlantean.
It's like 7.5, yeah, 7.5.
And sometimes you like even good players, I see their town centers idle because they still don't have enough res slightly to.
It's like okay to grab, but it's nice to have. Top of nice to have, probably.
Yeah, I'd rather have Black Lotus. I'd rather have Analophytus. The thing is, though, this kicks in right away, but I don't think it's that good that it kicks in. Like, it's not that amazing that it kicks in right away. I'll put it here.
What was Pandora's box again? Cheaper myth
minus 20%.
Favor-wise.
Minus 20% favor-wise.
Yeah, I think you should put that next to the Scales of Echidna, to be honest.
Dude, wait, what?
Yeah.
What?
I would put... take the Pandora's box and put it next to Scales of Echidna.
Where did I even put a Scales of Echidna?
It's in A tier.
That's cheaper favor, right?
Yeah, cheaper like cost. Put the Pandora's box next to it. No, not the Sistrum of Bast. It's the wrong one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Similar.
Yeah, and I would put the Sistrum of Bast behind Head of Orpheus.
I'm fine with that. This one, the monkey one's really good. It's in the same boat of the side bow. Put it like right next to it. I think it's slightly better than the lion one.
I think
it's the best one in the game.
I think these two, if you get them, you should never lose the game. From the get-go, you can put on so much pressure that your opponent can't do anything about it. I actually played against Recon. The lucky bastard got both of them, and I was fucked. 8 units.
Yeah.
8 units so early. And they're not just like fighters, right? You can scout, they can harass, they're like good. Fuck, now that I'm thinking about it, I think S plus are like the top of S tier. In front of the villagers.
I think I'd rather have Harmonious and Blue Crystal Shard just slightly more, just because I feel like I think both those relics are super good early and they're super good late. That's what I do think. I think that's why it's just better.
I mean,
because
they're like good
fall
throughout
off,
the game.
These fall off.
Yeah, they fall off, but the first 10 minutes they give you such value that you will probably win the game.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think I don't know. It's close. It's about the same.
In terms of how much damage you can deal, it's just too good.
Everyone has their notepad out and like looking at S tier and they're just like writing down like, okay, we gotta must grab all these
Bridal of Pegasus, to make it an S tier relic, you must actually use it properly.
Yeah, you have to use it.
You have to patrol with it.
Yeah.
People don't like to patrol.
I think I might have to put this one lower because this takes a lot more skill to utilize compared to these other ones. I would say.
Yeah, I suppose. Then you should put
it
behind Pelt of Argus, or Pelt in front of Pelt of Argus in that case.
Because you still have to utilize it.
Yeah, if it's not like branded immediate value,
Yeah, exactly. You do nothing and you get value.
You can make the same argument with the monkey relic and the lion relic, but those are
those are way easier to use. You just kind of right click on your enemy base rather than Pelt of Argus and you'd be active with it. Okay, Staff of Dionysus. This is now they changed. This used to actually be really good. This was like an eco tech, but now it's like a villager health 0.5 unit regen. Yeah. I think it's kind of meh. I think it's kind of meh.
Okay. It's okay to have.
Yeah. Okay to grab. I'd probably put it like, I don't even know where I'd put this. I feel like it's in the same ballpark as Fetter's Offender. It's kind of the same idea, right? You get like more health versus like more damage. It's kind of the same thing. I put that like right there.
Yeah, no big deal.
Svadifari's Sledge.
Oh, this one is top of 8 here, I'd say.
This is a good one. No favor. Yeah, no favor cost for fortresses, which I think is really good. But realistically, how many fortresses do you make in a game, in a normal game? Sometimes you make 0. One. Sometimes the game is over before you even get it. So 1, you save 10 favor. Is it really that good?
Yeah, but you'll most likely make at least 1.
I don't think it's that good.
I think you should put it above.
I think it's like in
this heart.
Yeah, no.
Rhea's crown. Rhea's crown.
I think I completely agree. Because think about it. Let's do the math. So we see what was that relic where you get passive favor? Where was that? Ankh of Ra. I think Ankh of Ra is way better. We can literally do the quick math and like be like, okay, like you get you get 10 favor.
It depends on what game state you are in. Just depends on what game state you're in.
I think I have to put this at the bottom of B. And maybe ahead of Adamantine Shingles. And I put it like right. I put it like right here. Maybe like they're in some situations, you might actually end up getting more value with this if you're spamming forts late.
Yeah, it just depends on what state of the game you're in.
I think right here around they're kind of similar.
Yeah, that's fine.
Moving on, we got the Tale of Cerberus. I think faster specials for myth units, 25% faster.
25%, yeah.
It's kind of a cool. This one is cool relic.
Yeah.
It's so good with Cyclops and Centaurs.
It's really good.
I'm just making sure it's minus 25%.
Yeah, it is 25.
Okay. It gives you immediate value with like a few units. I think it's probably at the bottom of A. Or no, behind Tale of Cerberus or head of Orpheus?
Yeah, yeah. That's fine, that's fine. Yeah, that's good.
In unique situations, this can be busted though. I don't know, man. I think it might be ahead of Orpheus.
This is like situational, right? Head of Orpheus is always useful.
No, yeah, okay, that's fair. Because sometimes you're just not gonna, you might be a god, or you might be in a situation where you're not even really spamming myth units. Fair enough. Text of Imhotep. This is plus 10% build speed. This is really good. This is really good with Divine Blood. I put this. I'm putting it ahead of that. I'm putting it next to Nose of the Sphinx. Dude, building stuff so much faster is so nice.
Yeah,
bro.
it's alright. I'm not putting it ahead of Nose of the Sphinx, bro. There's no way.
Okay, fair enough. I'll put it right there.
I would probably put it behind. It's okay. Like
S tier Norse relic. I think it's really good. Like imagine that with Loki too, because he already has plus 10% build speed. That's really good. I like that relic a lot. That relic just makes me happy whenever I get it. There's just certain relics that just give you a good feeling inside. Kopesh of Horus, plus 1 damage. I'm not really sure how this works. Is it a multiplier or is it a just base
plus
damage?
1 multiplier? That's
pretty good then, no?
Yeah. It's not the greatest, but it's okay.
Because it's just on such few units, I don't think it's that good.
I think it just depends on the sev, right? Or matchup.
This is tough. This is tough.
It's above. Pandora's box and scales of Echidna, I'd say.
I don't know if I agree with you on that. I feel like all these are kind of similar.
You get immediate value from this, and you will use it regardless of what state of the game you're in, because of the free myth units.
Yeah, fair enough. It's not just increased hero damage; it's increased hero damage against the myth unit specifically, right?
Yeah.
100% more damage. Damn, that actually is kind of good. Scarab Pendant. It's like Siege does more damage or something.
Yeah, it's useless.
Increases the crush damage of close range siege and myth units. 20% crush damage. This is pretty mediocre. This is like a bad relic.
Yeah.
I'd put this around the same ballpark as scales of.
It's nice to have, but it's not something you will go out of your way to get. It's like above adamantine shingles, I would say.
No, I disagree, bro. That's way too. I think that's bad. It's
Just
only
depends on what you're running.
only close range siege weapons too. It's like so specific.
Yep. Rams, Scarabs, Behemoth, Mountain Giant. I mean, it could work very well with Mountain Giants.
Yeah, you're fine. Fair enough. I'll put it there. Okay, we got the Titan's Treasure. This relic's actually really good. I didn't realize for the longest time it wasn't just for... In the original game, it was specifically only for the Titan. You get it cheaper, but this is also for advancing to the next age. 10% reduction. It's actually really good.
So you're saving around... let me think.
I remember I just had it.
80 food, 50 gold, which is 130.
That's for a heroic.
And then 100. You're saving 330 resources in total.
It's pretty good.
All right, not bad.
You also have to remember, it's not just purely about saving those resources. It's also about enhancing your timing. It enhances your heroic timing, which is pretty good.
Oh, it does? How fast?
Well, meaning it's just you get the resources faster to then get to the heroic age. It doesn't actually make you go faster. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I mean...
You're like, whatever.
Yeah, it's still nice to have, but it's not something I'm gonna go crazy over if I lose it. I'll put it above houses. I'll put it above the fortress.
I think I put it behind.
Right here. Yeah, probably above Rhea's crown. Yeah. Yeah, above Rhea's crown.
Thundercloud Shawl is, I think that's a infantry.
Pierce armor, 5%.
That's really good. This is a really good tech because everyone spams fucking range in this game.
Yeah. It's same place as the Achilles armor of Achilles.
I'd probably put it slightly high. Yeah, I'd probably put it slightly higher.
Yeah. Anything
to do with range is just good. Trojan Gate Hinge. This is kind of a funny relic. It's kind of, I mean, 20% more health on walls is nice, but it's like
okay to grab. I guess top of that tier.
I think I put it around the same thing as like heavier or stronger houses.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll maybe put it slightly less.
I would value more walls more than houses though, because walls, they do get taken down. Houses usually don't.
I mean, to be fair, it's 20% more health on walls versus 100% more health on houses.
Yeah, but houses, like, you're walling the map, right? Your walls are exposed. Your houses aren't usually exposed. So you'll usually get more value out of the Trojan Gate.
Yeah, I mean, but it depends. There's a lot of games where it's tough when you get like earthquaked and you lose all your houses, implode, you lose all your houses, etc. Like, it's close. It's close. Maybe Trojan Gate Hinge, maybe.
They're equal in a way.
Tower of Cestus.
I think this is like 0.4 multiplier towards myth units.
This used to be more damage in general, but now it's like kind of worthless. This used to be must grab in the original game because towers were good. Towers are really good. Now it's like worthless. This is plus 40% bonus damage to myth units. The thing is, you don't even want to be microing your tower onto myth units though most of the time because it does like nothing. You want to be microing onto infantry. This is kind of another worthless relic. I won't say quite as bad.
It's okay to grab. Top of C.
Really?
Yeah, it's still something. Actually, no, it's just myth units.
Yeah, I'd rather have all these top two. I think I'd rather. I think I put even like right here. It's like around the same thing of having like slightly more
behind Karen Zobel then. Yeah, pretty much there.
That's fine.
Okay, we don't need to check out the next ones because I already know them.
Yeah, this one's S tier. This is the same boat as Dwarven Horseshoe.
No.
Actually, no, because speed I think is a slightly better. No, you're right. It's in the same ballpark as
This is 10%. This is like behind Hippolyta.
Yeah, because range units are just better right now.
Yeah. And then the next one is probably.
What the hell? Oh, this you regen health by fighting. I never even really tested this one. This one sounds kind of cool on paper, but I'm not sure how good of it actually is.
It's not that good.
Heroes regenerate hit points while fighting enemy units. 10% lifesteal. Maybe this is really good with like Bellerophon and like Perseus because they deal so much damage to myth units, so they just get a shit ton of health back. And I've never even actually tested this.
Well, if they do 400 damage, they get 40 health back. It's not that much.
That's for every swing though. They're getting 40 health back. That's kind of good, is it not?
No, they don't do 400 damage per swing, John.
But they do a shit ton because they got a multiplier against myth units.
They got like they do like 200 maybe, I think.
Belly does 400 first hit.
Yeah, first hit. Perseus does 1000 first hit.
Yeah, so think about that. Like you get a shit ton of fucking value for that swing, and you get all that health.
Yeah,
back.
you get something, but it's not as good as.
Doesn't Polyphemus do like insane splash damage too? So he gets all that health back.
Right? Actually, no. If his splash damage counts. Whatever. Just
decent.
This isn't something like you're going to check.
Yeah, it's like the game. No, I mean, yeah, we're just kind of debating on the.
It's not nice to have. Nice to have.
I
guess I would put it above. I would put it above Rhea's crown, I suppose.
Because I mean, anything to help heroes, especially with Greeks right now, would be really, really nice. Like, just anything. So yeah, probably right around there. And then others bow. This is the one I was talking about. This one I think is very, very good. This is the 1+1 range. To all
I think
archers.
This one is probably top of. It's like next to Girdle.
Wait, it says 2 line of sight and range for archers?
Wait, 2 range?
Wait, no way that's correct.
That was just 1 range.
Have +1 line of sight and range also affect.
Wait.
I think that got changed. Some are saying +1, some are saying +2. I think it got nerfed to
+1. It's 1. It's
+2 sounds way too broken. +1 is still really good though, because it's the difference, especially in Norse Wars, where you get that slight advantage of just hitting that first throwing axeman. You can just get kited to death.
It's behind the Girdle of Hippolyta, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's pretty good. I think we did a good job on this tier list, Lund. Mostly. It took a fucking while, though. Holy shit.
Yeah, holy shit, there's so many relics.
I know.
Like, 90% or 60% of these could get removed, and I couldn't care less.
I mean, I kind of do like the variety, man. A lot of people like the variety. It's cool. It makes the game feel fresh. You know?
Yeah, but they're so useless.
Most of them I'd get. Like, most of these I would grab. Most of these, like... There's really only one right now where I feel like is literally completely worthless.
I would never grab anything. I would never grab.
Yeah. No, I mean, no. I'd still grab Ring of the. Like, if I was on my way, I would grab top 3 ones.
I would go out of my way to grab Charon's Obol. I would. Head of Orpheus, I feel like, is probably better than Text of Imhotep.
I overruled you on that one.
Yeah. But I value Vision more.
Yeah. Does Kyra Ballista even count as siege? I don't think it does anymore. They took off the siege tag. It used to actually be good with so Lund, the only unique situation to make the bottom one good was when he was making Kyra Ballista and just spamming them.
But the problem is, when you're making them, you don't have time to go grab relics because you're pressuring, right?
Yeah. I think I'm happy with this. Up to about like Karen's Obel, I think is when I would like not even pay attention to. Like Karen's Obel, Tower Cestus, Blank of Emperor Zoe, Scales of Catapult Plus, whatever pronounce that, and then the Ledger one. Like I wouldn't grab any of those. Like I wouldn't even look at it.
I would prioritize in the one relic I would prioritize the most is probably Golden Lions.
Mm-hmm.
Cause that gives me immediate value. It just depends on what god you're playing too. Some gods can use it for scouting, some gods can use it offensively, some can use it defensively. It's really, really versatile and really good. Plus late game you can always use it as a vision.
Fair enough.
Constantly scouting. It's like having 2 ravens on land that are attacking and killing stuff. But Pygmalions is also insane. Dwarven Horseshoes is insane.
I think we did a pretty good job. I'm pretty happy. We might have put Black Lotus a little bit lower than where I maybe think it should be. But I don't know.
Where's Black Lotus again?
We put it in Rush Grab. Right here.
It's like I would probably.
It's just because you don't want to be farming early, but like in some maps you really do want, like you don't. There's not that much hunt, so it's like almost as good as in some ways as Harmonious.
But it's like if we're talking like, you know, situationally, this can go up to must grab as well. Like if you're raw and you're on Oasis, this becomes S+, you know.
Yeah, it does. But like
just situation.
We're saying overall though, like in most
overall, I feel like this is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, people need to understand the context of like what you're doing in the game, and then certain relics become so much better. And what's kind of cool is if you see a relic on the map, or if you grab a specific relic, there's some that you can kind of play into, you know. Like if you grab Dwarven Horseshoes, it's like, okay, I want to go more cav here, because you know, shit like that. I think it'd be cool. All right, I think we're good. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe. Check out Nullrow's YouTube channel as well. Lundberg was with me the whole time here. And if you're on Twitch, make sure to follow. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.